Good afternoon, student. Welcome to the lecture 7 of machine learning. In today's class, we are going to discuss candidate elimination algorithm. In last class, we have discussed find-s algorithm, which has lots of limitations. This algorithm addresses several limitations of find-s algorithm. We know that find-s algorithm returns a single hypothesis consistent with the training example, and that too the most specific one, means the most strict hypothesis. Unlike find-s algorithm, candidate elimination algorithm returns a set of all consistent hypotheses. It uses the concept called version space that we will see later, and again it uses the more general than partial ordering concept. In find-s algorithm, we repeatedly use a keyword called satisfy, and in candidate elimination algorithm, we are going to use keyword called consistent. So, what is the difference between these two keywords? There is a subtle difference between these two concepts. So, let us see that the example x is said to satisfy hypothesis h when h of x equals to 1, regardless of whether x is positive or negative example of the target concept. Okay, so which means that if hypothesis returns 1, then that example is said to satisfy that hypothesis h. Okay, but the example is said to consistent with the h if h of x equals to c of x, means that depends on the target concept. Okay, so if that example is positive, then h of x will be equals to 1. If that example is negative, then h of x will return 0. Now we will see the concept called version space. We know that a set of all the hypotheses is known as hypothesis space, and out of all those hypotheses, the set of all the hypotheses which are consistent with the training example is known as version space. So basically, version space is a subset of hypothesis space which are consistent with the training example. So we'll see the example, the same example that we have discussed in last two classes, that is enjoy sport example. So these are the training example given to us. 3 are positive and 1 is negative example. This is the hypothesis written by find-s algorithm. So what is the version space for this problem? Okay, version space means the set of all the hypothesis which is consistent with the training example. Okay, so for this problem, these 6 hypotheses are consistent. Okay, so collection of these 6 hypotheses will form a version space. Okay, so how it is consistent? See this hypothesis. It says sunny, warm, and strong. Okay, so whether first example is consistent with this hypothesis, let us check that. So it says sunny. Okay, sunny, it is matching. Then warm. Then for humidity we have normal. Here we have question mark. Question mark means any value is acceptable, so which is okay. Then strong matching. Then warm, question mark, okay, fine, same, and question mark, means this training example is satisfying this hypothesis. It is consistent with this hypothesis. Okay, then second hypothesis is, so instead of warm we have question mark, so which is more general than this hypothesis. So example 1 is consistent, will be consistent with this second hypothesis. Then third one, okay, again it is more general, so example 1 will be consistent with this one also. Again this is more general. Okay, this he will be consistent with this hypothesis also, and again it is true for these two hypotheses also. Okay, so all the training examples are consistent with this version space. Okay, let us consider this negative example. So it says rainy for sky. Here we have sunny, which is mismatching, right? So it is clearly will classify that example as the negative one. So it is consistent, right? Because in the target concept also it is negative example. Okay, so for this set of hypotheses, all the training examples are consistent. That's why this is known as version space. Now we'll see the definitions. So candidate elimination algorithm represents a set of all the hypotheses that are consistent with the observed training example using version space. Okay, so now we will see the definition of consistent. A hypothesis H is consistent with the set of training example D if and only if H of x equals to C of x. For each example, every example is represented by this pair x and target concept function of x in D. D is a set of training example. Okay, so as discussed earlier, if H of x equals to C of x, then H is consistent with that example. Okay, then we will see the definition of version space. So it is represented by this Vs. It is a set of hypotheses from the hypothesis space which are consistent with the training example set, that is D. Okay, so it is very simple definition. So it is a set of hypotheses which are consistent with the training set. From this version space concept, a very simple learning algorithm is possible, which is known as list then eliminate algorithm. So it is very easy. So first step is we initialize the version space equals to hypothesis space. Okay, so all the hypotheses are considered in the version space, and for second step is for each training example from D, eliminate any hypothesis found inconsistent with that example. Okay, so for every training example we eliminate the hypotheses which are not inconsistent. Thus the version space shrinks as more examples are observed. Ultimately we will get the correct version space. So we are explicitly enumerating from all the hypotheses, right? So it is suitable if H is finite. Okay, the algorithm is very simple. So we initialize the version space equals to a list containing every hypothesis in H, and second step is for each training example remove from version space any hypothesis H for which H of x equals to does not equals to C of x, means which the hypotheses which are not consistent. And finally we output the list of hypotheses in version space. Now we will study candidate elimination algorithm. It uses much more compact representation of version space. For that it uses the concept of general boundary, which is represented by capital G, and specific boundary capital S. These G and S are the set of hypotheses. We'll see this concept. We'll study this algorithm through the EnjoySport example. Step 1 is we initialize the general boundary set with the most general hypothesis. Okay, so most general hypothesis will be question mark, right? Any values are possible. That will be the most general hypothesis. And we initialize the specific boundary by the most specific hypothesis. Okay, phi represent no value is acceptable. Okay, so these are the this is the first step. Second step is for each training example, S and G boundary sets are generalized and specialized respectively. Okay, so S set will be generalized and G set will be specialized to make it consistent with the training example. Okay, so now we will see the same example, same training examples. Okay, so first we will consider the example 1. Now for this value, the boundary, a specific boundary set is overly specific. So we have to make it more general to cover this example. Okay, so S0 will become S1 to cover the training example 1. Now S1 is consistent with the training example 1. Okay, now G0, which is this tuple question mark question mark question mark, it is consistent with this example, right? Any value is possible, so it is clear, means covering that example. Okay, so G0 G1 will be equals to G0. There is no change in the general boundary set. Now we will consider the second training example. Uh, is uh, is S1 covering this example? No, because we have normal here and here we have high in a training example. Okay, so we have to make this set more general. Okay, so instead of normal we will put question mark. So now it will accept both the value normal and high. Okay, so as you can notice, for every positive example these two are positive, right, because its value are SS, right. So for every positive example, our specific set will become more general. Okay, and mostly the general boundary set will remain as it is. Okay, and again G1 is covering this example, so G2 will be equals to G1 only. Okay, then now we'll consider the third example, which is a negative example. Now we'll see whether S2 and S3 is covering, S2 is covering this example. So we have sunny here and rainy. So it is clearly classifying this example as the negative. Okay, so S3 will become equals to S2. S3 will be equals to S2. Okay, then G2, which is overly general for this example, and it is accepting this one. Okay, so it will classify this training example as the positive one. That's why we have to make it more specific. Okay, so in order to make it more specific, so we'll make it more specific, and G2 will become G3. Okay, which is a collection of this hypothesis. Okay, but why can't we add this hypothesis here? Okay, why we added only 3 tuples here? Because if you add this one, it will not be consistent with the previously seen positive example. So normal at third place. So consider the second example. So here we have high. Okay, and we are saying we are willing to add this hypothesis. So this hypothesis will classify that training example as the negative one. And by version space, what we mean, all the hypotheses in the version space should be consistent with the all the training examples. Okay, that's why we can't add this hypothesis here. Okay, so G2 will become G3 now. And finally we'll consider the example 4. Okay, so here is S3 covering this training example? So we have sunny, then warm, question mark, which is fine, then strong, then we have warm and cool. So we have to make warm more general. So we will put question mark. Here we have same, here we have change. So we'll put question mark here. Okay, then is G3 covering this example? Okay, so we have sunny. Okay, sunny, then warm at the second place. Okay, and what about the last hypothesis? Here we have same, here we have change, so which is not consistent, so we have to remove this hypothesis. So our G3 will become G4. Okay, so finally, so our version space is this one. Okay, so H4 and G4, and we find out the intermediate hypothesis by using the partial ordering between this hypothesis. Okay, so thus we are using this compact representation to represent the version space. Instead of collecting all the hypotheses, we are just maintaining the boundary sets, that is specific boundary and general boundary, and intermediate hypothesis can be determined using partial ordering between the hypotheses. Now we'll see the definitions of general boundary and specific boundary. It is a collection of hypotheses from the hypothesis space which are consistent with the training examples, and there does not exist hypothesis which is more general than this hypothesis. Okay, so it will be a general boundary set. Specific boundary, it is just inverse of that. It is a set of hypotheses which are consistent with the training example, and there does not exist any hypothesis which is more specific than this hypothesis. Okay, so it is a set of such hypotheses. So this is the candidate elimination algorithm. I leave the analysis of algorithm up to you. This is exactly the steps which we have seen for the example. Limitation of the candidate elimination algorithm is it performs poorly when given the noisy training data. Just like the FindS algorithm, it has severe effects if the training data has noisy samples. In the next class, we are going to discuss rote learner algorithm, which is the third concept learning approach, and finally we will comment on the inductive bias of these three algorithms. Thank you.